Welcome to the city of Lanzhou. My god, so busy. Seriously, seriously, oh my god, it's like traffic. There's like human traffic. The landscapes above Gansu province are absolutely stunning. We're here, finally. First flight done. Hi! Finally, we have arrived in Lanzhou, the capital of Gansu province. How was our flight?
Yeah, it's good. It was very mountainous.
Quick as well. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be longer. But
Yeah,
literally,
we thought it was
yeah.
like gonna be like 2 hours or 2 hours and a half.
It was like we got up to cruising speed and then they threw us bottles of water and said we're descending.
Right, so when we arrived here, it was kind of weird because they had like a exit gate. They had like an initial exit gate. You know, it's sort of like immigration kind of gate, something like that.
It's at the arrivals hall.
Yeah.
Before you can get out into the arrivals hall, you have to scan your Chinese ID.
Yeah, Chinese ID. So we didn't have that. It was the first time we've ever done that.
Yeah.
Local flights, they never check our passports. You just exit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But here in Gansu, they checked our passport because they had like a machine that all the Chinese people would have to just scan for them to exit. But we didn't have that, so we had to approach security guards there, and then yeah, luckily they were patient enough, and then they checked our passports, and then yeah, that's it. They used their own card for us to exit. This hotel is actually quite near from the airport. Is like 3 kilometers away, but
Right.
there's no way that we're walking that. God, there's a massive language barrier, wasn't
That was
it?
a bit, wasn't there?
They don't really speak Putonghua here,
Yeah.
like the national Mandarin. The driver of our taxi was speaking something else, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, what? I could not understand him. You know what? So far we've noticed friendly people, aren't they? So friendly.
Yeah, so we were checking in, and there was a guy in the reception who was just on his phone, like another guest in the hotel. And we were about halfway through checking in, and there was a bit of a language barrier come up again. But this guy could speak a little bit of English, so he came over and helped translate. Well, not only did he translate, but he quickly became the bellboy. And he had the staff behind the desk asked him to show us to the room.
Yes.
So like this poor guy who's just like, you know,
He's
minding his
just
own
a
business.
fellow traveler, you know.
Yeah.
He does not look like he's on a travel. He looks like he's on a business trip.
a little business. So he was coming up to the hotel room and showing us the amenities and how the Wi-Fi worked and
Yes.
how we can phone the reception and yeah,
He was a nice guy.
it was
And also,
mildly embarrassing.
yeah, the receptionists, they could not really communicate to us
Yeah.
well. So it's their lucky day. But Dave and I could survive, you know, we could survive with translation.
Yeah,
And it's just that they were not confident with their communication skills. It was talking to them in Putonghua in Mandarin, with our, you know, like registration process here when we got in like all the requirements that they needed.
Yeah.
So just like usual, they checked our passports. When did we last come into China?
That's right. Do we have a health QR code?
Yes, they asked us to show them our green codes, and
Yeah.
apart from that,
They
I think
they asked us if we had a test done,
Yes.
but we didn't. And before we arrived here, we were told we didn't need one, so we kind of said we were told we didn't need one. And
Yeah.
It was okay.
because we called their
the
airport
airport.
here,
That's
two
right.
airports we called,
Yeah.
the airport in Chengdu and then the airport here in Lanzhou,
That's right.
and they said no need for the tests.
Yeah.
So when we got here in the hotel, they kind of showed us like, do you have the test results? And then
Right.
we're like, Feiji Chang, the airport did not ask us to do that, as long
Yeah.
as we could show you our green
That's right.
codes, because every province has their own health codes.
Yeah.
So when we arrived here, they kind of acknowledged that, but then they still asked us to like scan and register to
It's
their
okay.
own. Yeah, it's quite
fine.
quick. And they asked us when would be our flight tomorrow to Dunhuang, because they're going to send us there.
Oh, nice. Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to check our flight for
Yeah, yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. Just let them know when we go out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our first day of our 5-day trip here in Gansu. We're very excited. The pre-planning was mine, and everything that will happen here, activities, will be
Wow.
done by Dave.
No pressure.
Our first business was to try the famous beef noodles in Lanzhou, and it was so yummy. And Dave approves it! Yummers!
We are now at a very famous beef noodle restaurant or shop here in Lanzhou, and we are gonna be eating for the first time an authentic beef noodles in China, where it is found. We've tried this countless of times in Chengdu, but this is the first time that we're trying it here in Lanzhou, where it's created or where it's found. Alright, let's try it. So big. So big. So long. Perfect. Yummers. And there's like side dishes, vegetable side dishes. Yummers.
We are here in downtown Lanzhou city centre at one of the biggest mosques in China. It's very nice and peaceful here. It's very quiet. It's very shut off. Can't really go many places. But there's a beautiful big tree behind me, and lots of seating. And we're about to go up onto the roof of the mosque, and it looks very beautiful. There's lovely towers, and it just looks very, very Islamic, which you imagine a mosque would be.
This is Dave's first time to actually see a mosque. We were hoping that we could actually go inside the mosque, but of course, as holy as it is, we are not allowed to go in. I grew up in the Philippines, in Mindanao, and Mindanao has a lot of Muslim people, and I see a lot of mosques there, but I've never seen such a large mosque. Like, I've only seen those like town mosques or community mosques, and I am so amazed by the discipline of the Muslim as well with their culture. And coming here in Gansu province, it is actually a Muslim province, so wherever we go, we actually see some mosques. They said that the Muslims don't have their rights to practice their religion here, but they do. Okay, we are now at the Yellow River here in Lanzhou. I feel so happy. I don't know why. It gives me a very good vibe here. Like, look at this area. It's just so nice. People have come here. They're having picnic here. They're doing a lot of things here. There's a speedboat going on and the water's there, and there's like rafting going on there, and there's like a ship or a massive ship as well. And it's just nice. People are flying kites here, and over there there's like a massive like area where people can sit down, they can eat, they can talk with their friends. It feels like a kind of like a beach vibe because there are so many people hanging around by the river. So yeah, this is the Yellow River. I encourage you guys, if you really visit Lanzhou one of these days, you come to the Yellow River at like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock at night because it's so lively here. So many people. Maybe because it's also the May holiday, that's why there's a lot of people here. But yeah, this is the Yellow River in China. I want to dance with them.
Yeah, let's go dance. Yeah, come on. Let's go dance. Yeah.
I love it.
So the bridge behind me is what we call the Yellow River Iron Bridge. It was built in 1907 by the engineers from the US, Belgium, and Germany, together with the local engineers here in Lanzhou. It's actually scary, babe. It is scary. Behind me is what we call the Baoshan Park. A lot of people really want to visit here. It's because once you get to the top, you could actually see the entire city of Lanzhou. You could do actually hiking inside. If you want to hike, you could do it. And if you want to do the zip lining activity, you could do that upstairs as well. And Dave and I tried the zip line. It was a great experience. So really, if you want to visit Lanzhou, I think this is one of the important places that you need to visit. How many more steps? We've been climbing up for such a long time. That's how high up we are. But we still have to go right to the top.
We think the night market is a really good place to shop and buy things conveniently. It's very cheap. It may not last very long, but there's loads of like clothing and electronics and phone covers and makeup and jewelry.
Everything
and
that
toys
you
and stuff.
actually need,
Yeah.
like those simple stuff that you've forgotten to bring during your holiday, you can actually just get all of them there at the night market. And also me, for example, I forgot my SD card reader, I forgot my SD card, and I also, my phone screen guard is broken. I just got mine replaced for only 15 kwai, and then the SD card reader was also 15 kwai, and it's very cheap. So definitely, if you have Lanzhou as a stopover to somewhere, definitely come here, and you'd really enjoy it. But if you're gonna come here during May holiday, prepare for a busy night.
The snack street was crazy busy.
Yes.
Some of the vendors were taking videos, so that's how we knew it was extra busy than normal.
We actually ate our dinner at the snack street, and there are a lot of different types of food, like Muslim food, juices, just anything, like any food that you want to try, it's here.
Yeah. From all over China.
Yes.
Lots of different cuisines. Yeah,
Yes.
Good. Really tasty.
There are also some like kind of weird food that
Something
we've
we've
never
seen before, right?
that we've never encountered before. And there is this like white kind of soup thing that is made from eggs.
Yeah, it was weird.
A lot of people were queuing.
queuing
They're
every single shop,
queuing.
right?
Yeah, they're queuing for it. And we're not quite confident to try it because apart from we're not confident, the queues are really long, and we don't have that time to actually queue. This one is what we call gupwe. It's really good. It's meat inside,
Let's hop back.
No spaces to eat around here. It's so busy. Seriously, right there. And over here, there are no spaces here to actually sit. Nothing. So we're just standing and eating our dinner. Let's try the Chinese hamburger. Yummy. 羊肉对吧？这个羊肉吗？
Yeah, I think so.
是的，
应该是羊肉。
羊肉。
羊肉。
Pig, right?
Yeah. Regular size.
Oh.
Yeah, that's regular size. And Gansu is like it's not traditional for 肉夹馍 but they like the 他们喜欢面食。Usually the northeast part of the US. Yes,
so New York, Boston.
Yes.
Okay, those cities.
I stay in New York for like 6 years, and then I in Boston for 4 years.
Good, yeah, cool cities.
Yeah. That's true.
We have a new friend. We have a new friend.
And so that's it. We totally enjoyed our first day in Gansu province. We experienced different types of food. The culture, the tradition is totally different. Lanzhou City was our first stop, and see you Dunhuang tomorrow.